Welcome, curious minds, to the deep dive. Today, we're plunging headfirst into the incredibly unpredictable world of meme coins.
It's definitely a wild ride.
Right. If you've been watching the crypto space, you know it's full of these rapid, often bewildering shifts.
Especially in the meme coin part of it. Fortunes made and lost so fast.
Exactly. And right now, there's been this, well, massive power shift happening on the Solana Memecoin launchpad scene.
Oh yeah, that whole situation.
It's a story of like a rapid rise, a dramatic collapse, and now a surprising comeback that's really got the market buzzing.
It's fascinating stuff.
Okay, so let's unpack this. Our mission today is to unravel what some are calling the recent launchpad war on Solana.
Good term for it.
And before we go deeper, maybe we should quickly define launchpad for anyone who's not totally clear.
It's a good idea. So basically, a platform like Pump.fun or LetsBonk lets anyone create and launch a new meme coin really easily.
Super fast, right? Without all the usual hoops to jump through.
Yep, exactly. No big regulatory hurdles, no complex coding needed usually. It's like a DIY token factory.
A token factory, I like that. Accessible to pretty much anyone with some crypto.
Pretty much.
So for this deep dive, we've pulled together a whole stack of sources articles from places like The Block, CoinPaper.
Reputable industry sources.
Yeah, and some deeper research papers, more academic takes, plus market analyses digging into the numbers.
Lots of data to sift through.
Our goal is really to help you navigate this really volatile, but honestly pretty fascinating corner of the crypto world.
And I think it's important to stress this isn't just a story about Pump.fun versus LetsBonk, you know.
Right, it's bigger than that.
Way bigger. It's like a window. It gives us this incredible view into the underlying mechanics, the plumbing, maybe.
The plumbing of the meme coin world.
Yeah, and frankly, the fragility of it all. How quickly things can flip based on sometimes really subtle shifts.
Like incentives and trust.
Exactly. Incentives, trust, narratives. So by the end of this, you listening should have some, crucial nuggets of knowledge.
Making sense of the chaos.
Hopefully. Feeling well-informed about the hidden drivers in this market and why these seemingly small platform battles can have such big ripple effects.
Right, let's dive in. Let's define the battlefield first, because what just happened on Solana is, well, it's staggering.
It really is. The numbers are kind of mind-blowing.
So picture this. Pump.fun, name people probably know now. They surged from controlling maybe, 5% of Solana meme coin launches?
Around that, yeah. A pretty small player, relatively speaking.
To an astonishing 90 to 94%.
94. Almost the entire market.
Think about that. Almost total dominance, like a small startup just completely eating the giant's lunch almost overnight.
It's a crazy level of consolidation happening so fast.
And then the flip side, in that same period, like 2 weeks.
Just 2 weeks, yeah. That's the key.
LetsBonk. They used to be the big one, right? Or around 80% dominance.
Yeah, they were the clear leader. 80%, give or take.
They just collapsed. Down to about 3%. 3.
Total free fall.
Yeah.
From 80 to 3 in a fortnight?
The speed, the sheer velocity of that flip is maybe the most incredible part.
It wasn't a slow bleed. It was like the floor just dropped out.
An abrupt, almost violent shift.
Yeah.
One platform rockets up, the other just plummets.
You just don't see that kind of speed in, traditional markets. Not usually.
Makes the meme coin space uniquely volatile, I guess.
That's putting it mildly. And what's striking here, it's not just market share changing Coke gaining a point on Pepsi over a year.
Right, this is different.
This is fundamental. It's about where these coins are actually being born, where the creation is happening.
The whole center of gravity shifted.
Exactly. It shows the extreme volatility, the crazy momentum swings you get in this meme economy.
And it wasn't driven by, a better product necessarily.
Not in the traditional sense. This wasn't about features alone. It runs deeper. And just to be clear, these aren't just rumors, right?
No, these numbers are documented.
Yeah, sources like The Block, CoinPaper, they tracked this flip. They confirmed the speed, the scale. It's grounded in reporting.
Which makes it even more impactful. It really happened.
It's a powerful reminder of how fast capital and narratives can just pivot in this space.
So why does this rapid volatility matter so much, beyond just, the drama?
Well, it underscores just how quickly momentum shifts in the meme world.
And what drives those shifts? It's not earnings reports.
Definitely not. It's not fundamentals in the way we usually think of them. The drivers are often much more, digital.
You mean bots?
Bots play a huge role, yeah. Sophisticated automated bot activity. and very strategic incentive structures set up by the platforms.
Ah, the incentives. Okay, this is where it gets really interesting, right? Understanding the mechanics.
Exactly. It's less about human feeling sometimes and more about algorithmic efficiency and where the rewards are.
So platform choices matter a lot.
Critically, this whole thing highlights how platform governance, the specific incentives, buybacks, rewards, points, whatever,
They directly influence who launches where.
profoundly. It shapes deployment patterns, it shapes user trust, especially bot trust, if you can call it that.
Bot trust. That's a concept.
Well, algorithms follow predictable paths, right? They trust data, they trust demonstrated rewards. So these behind-the-scenes mechanics, often way more important than the perceived value of the coin itself.
It's like a game theory thing playing out.
Perfectly put. It's a real-time game. Bots, creators, they're constantly optimizing for the best immediate return. They follow the incentives ruthlessly.
So they're not just buying low, selling high.
Oh, much more than that. They might be front-running orders, exploiting tiny price differences, farming those platform rewards with maximum efficiency.
So if platform A offers a slightly better reward,
The bots can swarm it
Mm.
instantly, pulling liquidity, pulling activity from platform B almost immediately.
yeah.
It's not organic growth. It's algorithmic arbitrage at scale.
Okay, so with LetsBonk basically imploding, the big question is, how did Pump.fun pull off this incredible comeback? 5% over 90%. Something big had to happen.
Absolutely. It wasn't just luck or inertia. They made some very specific, aggressive moves.
Like what? What were the key strategies?
Well, one of the biggest seems to be their aggressive token buybacks, using their own revenue to buy PUMP tokens.
Okay, why is that so important? Is it like a stock buyback?
Kind of, yeah. It sends a really powerful signal, shows confidence in their own platform, their own token.
Right, they're putting their money where their mouth is.
Exactly. And it reduces the circulating supply of PUMP, which, basic economics, less supply can potentially mean higher value.
So it boosts sentiment among creators, traders.
Hugely. Signals they're invested in the token's success, not just letting it flounder. It's a direct financial commitment.
Okay, buybacks. What else?
Another really smart move, strategically, was launching public revenue dashboards.
Transparency. In the meme coin space, that sounds rare.
It is. It's notoriously opaque, right? Scams, rug pulls, transparency is like gold.
So showing their revenue numbers helped.
Massively. It helped restore confidence, not just for human creators looking for a legit platform.
But for the bots, too.
Crucially, yes. Remember, the bots trust data. When their algorithms can see clear, verifiable revenue, it signals stability, predictability.
So transparency attracts both human and bot capital.
Precisely. It acts like a trust multiplier in that environment.
It's interesting, the psychology of it.
Oh, absolutely. In a high-risk space like meme coins, trust is so fragile. Rumors fly.
So actions speak louder than words.
Definitely. Transparency plus demonstrated commitment, like those big buybacks, those are powerful tools. TradingView and others highlighted this.
Rebuilding trust, attracting users back.
It signals stability. Long-term intent tells everyone, human and bot, hey, we're serious, we're building something sustainable here. It anchors confidence when everything else feels like chaos.
Makes sense. Did they do anything else?
Yeah, they also rolled out incentives specifically aimed at stabilizing liquidity. They called it the glass full foundation.
Glass full foundation. Sounds optimistic. What did it actually do?
Its purpose was vital. Stabilize liquidity, which is just the lifeblood of any token platform.
Meaning enough buyers and sellers so the price doesn't jump wildly with every trade.
Exactly. Stable liquidity reduces risk, makes it less likely that a small trade crashes the price.
Which makes the platform more attractive for new projects launching and for traders.
Right. If liquidity is thin, launching a coin is super risky, trading is super risky. By tackling liquidity directly, Pump.fun made their platform safer, more appealing.
They addressed a core fear in the meme coin world.
That did. It mitigated one of the biggest risks.
That sounds pretty sophisticated for a meme coin platform.
It really is. Stepping back, liquidity is fundamental to any market, stocks, bonds, crypto, whatever.
Like trying to sell a house with no buyers?
Exactly. Illiquidity means huge risk, big price gaps. Pump.fun stepping in directly shows they understood their ecosystem's needs. Cryptopolitan noted this.
They weren't just chasing volume, they were building infrastructure.
Yeah, underwriting market stability. It showed a level of maturity, a strategic depth That was likely a key differentiator.
Okay, so Pump.fun is making these smart moves, buying back tokens, being transparent, fixing liquidity.
Hmm.
What was LetsBonk doing? How did they respond to suddenly losing almost everything?
Well, their main response seems to have been launching a points-based reward system.
Ah, the classic point system, like airline miles for meme coins.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
The idea was clear. Try to incentivize creators and traders to come back. Earn points for launching, trading, maybe holding BONK.
The loyalty play, basically, trying to win back engagement.
Exactly. A direct countermove to Pump.fun's strategy.
Did it work, given they ended up at 3% market share?
That's the key question, isn't it? How
Uh,
effective are those kinds of rewards in this specific market?
Dominated by bots, shifting lightning fast.
Right. Point systems might work elsewhere, long-term human incentives. But here, against Pump.fun's more direct financial moves, the data suggests it wasn't enough.
Why not? What's the difference?
Well, could be tangibility. Pump.fun offered direct financial signals. Buybacks mean real money supporting the token. Liquidity means less risk now. Points are points. Maybe less immediate value.
Especially for a bot. A bot might not care about future points as much as immediate profit from better liquidity.
That's a strong possibility. Bots optimize for immediate yield, arbitrage. Points might not fit that optimization model as well. Cryptopolitan, CryptoRank, they detailed LetsBonk's efforts, but the market spoke pretty brutally.
So it's financial engineering versus loyalty points and the engineering one.
In this specific, highly automated environment, it seems so.
Yeah. This whole thing feels like an ongoing battle, though, not just a one-off event.
Oh, absolutely. It's a continuous launchpad war, a constant fight for supremacy.
And survival depends on more than just having a platform.
Much more. It's about constant innovation in those incentive structures and adapting ridiculously quickly, like days or hours, not months.
We've seen that in other tech fights, right? Streaming wars, social media.
Exactly. Agility, rapid response, they determine who survives and who becomes a footnote in these hyper-volatile sectors.
So it's an evolutionary race, always tweaking the economic model.
Constantly. Who offers the lowest friction, the best rewards, the quickest path for a token to get some initial traction? That platform wins, for now.
Until the next innovation, the next shift.
Precisely. It's ephemeral dominance.
Okay, but here's where it gets really, really interesting. This comeback story for Pump.fun, it has a twist.
A pretty significant one, yeah.
Despite grabbing 90+% market share, their financials show some serious underlying fragility.
It's almost hard to believe, right? Dominate launches, but struggle financially.
Yeah, the numbers are shocking. Pump.fun's daily revenue crashed by about 92% from its peak.
92%, let that sink in.
Let me put numbers on it. At their peak, they were pulling in over $7 million a day.
$7 million a day, that's huge money.
More than many established companies. But now, or when the sources were reporting, under $300,000 a day.
Wow, from $7 million to under $300K.
That's the lowest since September 2024, according to Coin Edition and Cryptopolitan. So they cornered the market, but the money dried up.
It raises massive questions, doesn't it?
How can you dominate market share like that? 94% of launches, but see revenue collapse so drastically.
It exposes this potential disconnect. Activity versus financial health.
What could cause that? Did they cut fees too much to win share?
That's one possibility. Lower fees attract volume but kill revenue per launch, or maybe market saturation. Just too many low-quality tokens being launched, so the average value and the fees drop.
Or the bots moved on again, looking for even cheaper options.
Could be. Or maybe the initial gold rush, the really lucrative launches, just ended. The hype cycle cooled down for a bit.
Whatever the reason, it raises big questions about their long-term sustainability.
And the sustainability of the whole model, really. For many platforms in this space, high volume doesn't automatically mean a healthy business.
Market leadership isn't financial stability.
Not always. Not in these niches.
And stepping back even further, this whole meme coin scene. People often call it gambling, right?
It gets compared to a modern gambling frenzy. A lot. And honestly, there's some truth to that description.
Why? What are the characteristics?
Well, you've got speculative mania, pure FOMO driving buys, often very little fundamental analysis. People are betting on the next pump, not the tech.
Plus scams, rug pulls.
Huge prevalence of scams, and significant regulatory risks just looming over everything, often unaddressed.
Business Insider called the explosion exhausting.
Yeah, highlighting the fatigue from the constant hype, but also the inherent risks. For many participants, it's pure speculation, not innovation. and the platforms can end up just facilitating that.
So what does this all mean for the wider crypto world and for someone just trying to understand it?
It means you have to understand what's really driving things,
Yeah.
and often it's not human.
The bots again?
Yeah, the dominance of bot-dominated token creation. It's fascinating and maybe a bit alarming.
How dominant are we talking?
On platforms like Pump.fun, LetsBonk, bots aren't just launching some projects, they're deploying new tokens every few minutes.
Every few minutes, like an assembly line.
Exactly. Running 24/7.
Yeah.
Automated.
So new meme coins popping up constantly with maybe zero human input at the start.
Often, yes. The initial creation, the launch,
Yeah.
purely algorithmic, based on parameters, market conditions.
That really changes the picture. What does that say about community or project vision?
It raises fundamental questions, doesn't it? If the origin point is an automated script, not a developer's idea, what is the nature of that project?
Yeah.
And what about market integrity? Genuine price discovery?
If bots are just churning out tokens.
It creates an environment ripe for manipulation. These bots aren't building communities. They're optimizing for deployment speed, quick flips, maybe programmed to pump and then dump.
So the usual signals we look for in crypto community roadmap, they might be totally absent.
Often, yeah. Replaced by cold algorithmic logic from the very beginning. Coin paper really highlighted this. It's like industrial token creation.
Far from the decentralized community ideal.
Very far, in many cases.
Okay, let's maybe try and visualize some of this data. It helps make it concrete.
Good idea. Charts can really tell the story.
Like if you plotted Pump.fun versus LetsBonk market share over those 2 weeks.
You'd see that dramatic X shape, right? One line soaring almost vertically from 5% to 90-something.
While the other plummets just as fast from 80% down to 3%. It would show the speed, the sheer transfer of power.
Visually arresting.
And then the revenue chart for Pump.fun, that would be another stark visual.
Yeah, you'd see that climb to the $7 million peak, maybe hold for a bit.
And then just fall off a cliff down to under $300.
And if we had the LetsBonk data side by side, showing their $1.3 million peak before their own fall.
It really drives home that market share isn't the whole story. Revenue reveals the underlying health.
Or lack thereof. It shows profitability, sustainability issues. High volume, collapsing revenue. That screams imbalance. Unsustainable fees, market saturation. Something's wrong.
And the momentum shifts would be so clear. Rapid boom, rapid bust, not a stable market at all.
Definitely forces you to question the business models.
Now let's talk about the tokens themselves, like PUMP. You mentioned risks there.
Yeah, the token distribution. Sources like CoinMarketCap, iCoin, they show that a few top wallets hold a lot of the tokens.
Meaning whale risk.
Exactly. Whale risk. A few large holders, whales, have enough tokens that if they decide to sell,
They can crash the price for everyone else.
pretty much, they can trigger a massive dump, destabilize everything, especially if liquidity is already thin.
So a few players can have disproportionate power, reinforces the fragility.
Absolutely. And if you connect that to on-chain analysis,
Tracking the bots.
yeah, tracking bot addresses, seeing how they move funds, seeing which tokens graduate.
Graduate, you mean get listed on bigger exchanges?
Right. Watching that activity before and after the launchpad shift, you could probably map out the whole strategic game, see how the whales or bots coordinated their moves.
Revealing the choreography behind the chaos.
Exactly. The digital footprints of how these shifts are engineered, not just what happened, but how.
And this idea of engineered moves, manipulation, there's academic research on this, right? Pump and dumps?
Oh, yeah. There are models. That RCIF paper, Microstructure and Manipulation, it quantifies these dynamics,
Shows how coordinated insiders drive the price spikes.
followed by the inevitable crash. They model the whole life cycle, the phases, the actors, the signs.
And these models fit what we see in the meme coin market.
Perfectly. It provides a scientific framework for these boom and bust cycles. It's not random noise. It's often deliberate, orchestrated effort.
So it's not just speculation that this happens.
No, it's a documented phenomenon.
Yeah.
CryptoRank TradingView analyses support this too. The mechanics are at play.
Leveraging FOMO, using bots efficiently.
Exactly. It underscores why you need skepticism. Due diligence, even if something looks like it's heading to the moon.
Okay. Wow. We've covered a lot. The incredible swings, the revenue crash, the bots, the strategies, the risks. So thinking about all this, what stands out to you listening right now?
Yeah, pause and reflect for a sec.
Do you think Pump.fun can sustain this, that 90% share, with revenue way down? Or is this just one more turn in the Solana launchpad wars? We're going to see another flip soon.
Good question. What's the staying power?
And more fundamentally, Would you trust a meme coin if you knew it was mostly bot-generated, driven by hype, not a team or a community? Why or why not? What's your threshold?
Is it just gambling in disguise? Or is there real innovation here, maybe in the launch mechanism itself?
Is there a purpose behind these super fast launch tools, or just speculation fuel?
And if you were building a launchpad, what would you focus on? Buybacks, points, lower fees, something totally different. How do you win in this crazy market?
What's the killer feature? And hey, if you've actually used Pump.fun or LetsBonk,
Hmm.
what was your experience? Good, bad, confusing?
We genuinely want you to think about these things. Where does this ecosystem go next?
Okay, so let's try and wrap this up. Quick recap. We saw the incredible speed of market shifts, Pump.fun's rise, LetsBonk's fall. Brutal efficiency.
Driven by those strategic incentives and transparency moves from Pump.fun, the buybacks, the dashboards, signaling trust.
But then that underlying fragility, the huge revenue collapse despite market dominance. Volume isn't always profit.
And maybe the biggest theme, the overwhelming influence of automated bots. Bot creation, bot trading, shaping the whole landscape.
A largely algorithmic market.
Yeah. And I think stepping back this whole Solana Memecoin war, it really shows that even in these chaotic, speculative corners,
There are forces at work, strategies.
absolutely, powerful underlying forces, strategic plays dictating capital flow, power dynamics, often driven by code and incentives.
And understanding that interplay, human versus automated activity, is key.
It's key to navigating not just meme coins, but the whole crypto landscape as it evolves. It's a constant learning curve. Even the Wild West has rules, even if they keep changing.
Okay, we explored a really fascinating, really volatile corner of crypto today. So here's a final thought for you to mull over.
Let's leave them with something to chew on.
If the future of token launches is increasingly driven by bots, by these rapidly shifting platform incentives, and maybe less by human communities or detailed white papers, what does they actually mean for the core ideas of community and decentralization in crypto?
Good question. Is it a new kind of decentralization? Or is it something else entirely, losing that original spirit?
Something to think about.
Definitely.
All right, if you enjoyed this breakdown of the Solana launchpad drama and you want more deep dives into what's really happening in crypto,
The surprising stuff, the important stuff.
then please do hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell.
Yeah, it honestly really helps us out. Helps the channel grow, helps the algorithm show this to more crypto folks.
And it keeps us motivated to keep digging and bringing you these deep dives. We appreciate you tuning in.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for joining us on the deep dive.